Hey there everybody and welcome back to Black Hero Gaming. I am Bob and we're picking up in the second of another set of 3 episodes that I'll be recording this week. I'm going to go ahead and click the intern button. There's not really anything else that I need to be doing on this turn. I wanted to check and run through, make sure I got through all the comments from last week. I talked about the Goblin City area, I talked about the Greater Reanimate Undead, Frostling City, home, I got the glyphs from the Naga. Okay, so I think I did cover everything. So I think we're good to go. I'm going to keep an eye on the map here a little bit because there's the possibility that I'm going to start seeing some, well, actually, you know what, I guess that doesn't matter. Well, actually, I want to see where these lost souls here go that are parked on that gold. Because that could hopefully give me a hint as to where, I know they probably have another camp in the area that I just haven't seen yet. So if they go, well, I guess it's not the Independence turn yet, but if those lost souls move back out of my field of view, that means there's most likely another Necromancer camp over in that area, and that's something I'm going to have to take care of. On top of the Monster Den and the Eldritch Pit and the Bandit, or the other Eldritch Pit, and the Heart of the Tropics, and everything else that I need to really expand in this area to deal with. There's just a lot of stuff I've been putting off out here for a while. And I would really like to be able to just absorb the giants into my empire and start upgrading their city. At the very least, I will get dragons on the next turn, which is also going to make the orcs like me happiness go back up to plus 600 with me. So let me exit that. I believe that's this coming turn. Let me pop back down to the dragons. Yeah, one turn left. So on the next turn, dragons will be under my control. I'm also going to meet and make peace with a new city, so that's also going to make my existing vassals a bit happier with me. That'll be handy. What else have we got going on? We got Iggy coming down to deal with the animals in this animal den there, as well as the Eldritch Horror that's coming to join Iggy, which is going to make his army significantly more powerful. I can't wait until Age of Magic is done, and then I can just like get a whole bunch of Eldritch Horrors all over the place. Eldritch Horrors, and before long, Archangels. Once my Goblin City grows back up to a bigger size, and a couple other kind of irons I have in the fire get taken care of, I'm going to be able to get the Archangel spell in 2 turns, as well as a couple others that are like divisible by 800. So that'll be really nice. I'm going to need a combination of Archangels and Eldritch Horrors, most likely, to actually do a sustainable, significant amount of damage on my initial attack. The nice thing about summons is that I can kind of pick them up as I'm going forward. Unfortunately, I won't be able to summon them all nice and neat in this city like I had originally hoped with the Wizard's Tower there, but that's okay, because having them on the front lines immediately is one of the biggest advantages of playing a sorcerer. You can just pop Arnies out of thin air, basically, which is going to be really, really handy when I'm operating probably way back in here somewhere. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope I get lucky, because the rogue... Where'd they go? Okay, they went back this way, I think, yeah. So there's probably another Necro camp out there. The rogue could be close to me, or it could be far, and because it's a Tigrant, it could also be underground, so I have a lot of distance that I'm going to have to cover. Okay, they are going to attack this city. This sucks, because I'm going to have to use Disintegrate to win this battle, almost for sure. In fact, I'm going to have to use a lot of spells to win this battle, but I can't, I'm not going to let, it's just one setback after another. I'm not going to let them take this city. I don't care how many spells I have to cast. They're not going to take this city. They've at least got to break through walls, so they only have 2 units that can actually go over the walls. Well, they have the Panther that can be blocked by obstacles. Okay. I don't think the Panther can pounce over a wall. But the Feathered Serpent and the Obsidian Wyvern will have no problem getting over here, which is super intensely annoying. I'm gonna put them up here and kind of use the Prospectors as a meat shield to block these guys who can hopefully stun stuff. And in the meantime, I need to check some of their resistances. They've got fire protection, which is unfortunate because the Tiger and Apprentice does fire damage. How about the Obsidian Wyvern? Nothing particular for them. Cast spell. I don't suppose there's... Oh, well, that guy could be banished. Potentially. Death or 17 to 25 when resisted. How much does banish? Cast a spell. Banish is 40. Disintegrate is also 40, though, which is, I think, better. Yeah, Disintegrate's just plain better. I'm probably going to have to just try to drop that on him right now. 55% chance. I mean, I could wait until he lets his guard down, but by that point they're going to be all over me, so... Okay, good. That makes this battle a lot more doable with him out of the picture. In fact, I might be able to do it without casting any more spells. You know what? This guy is dead. And this guy is hopefully going to be stunned. Awesome. Alright, then I don't need any more spells to win this fight. That's good. I'm really glad Disintegrate just worked there. I was kind of expecting that to fail and then I would have to deal with it, but sometimes stuff does work, and that's always nice when it happens. Get out of here. I need several more apprentices in here. Now, I did already kill the thing that spawned them. I actually killed that a long time ago with Iggy's army. I mean, that was a really long time ago. So I shouldn't have to worry about anything else unless... You know what? Actually, I take that back. I think they came from here. Pretty sure they came from there. Oh, crap. I don't think I want to take this group in against that without backup from the Big Beetle. So I'm going to move these guys. Of course, the Big Beetle is just too far away to actually... Well, I guess I could do this. If I can get the Big Beetle to here, I could attack this from both sides, then join them all together. Just in case they spawn something else. No, I can't do that because the dang Wisp is too slow. Alright, we're just gonna have to kind of hope they don't spawn something else, like, right away. And then I'll go after it on the next turn. In the meantime, this guy should probably continue to run down in this direction in case they need some help. Alright, I'm able to loop these guys around and have them all join together, so that's good. I'm gonna have them go down here, yeah. Alright, plenty big army here to handle whatever these spawners throw at it. I'm gonna send... You know, I am gonna send this guy down here. Because they made... The armies I have down there are gonna need help with all the physical damage that's gonna get dealt out in that battle, so... This guy can help with that. I'm gonna start sending him that way now. Let's see, I can build a road here. And I'll go ahead and, well, you know what? It doesn't need, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I want that road to go back and start going this way too. Alright, then these guys need to keep going as fast as they can. Might actually, I think my leader is going to get in on some battles here, which will be fun. It's been a little while since main hero's gotten to do any fighting. I'm going to go ahead and drop one of the Phantasm Warriors in the Druid's main group for now. Everybody else can make it to this tile. And we'll bring you up. We'll add the Griffin to the team here. And let's see, who's got the most movement out of anyone in here? Looks like the giant does. Okay, you go ahead and launch this attack. We'll absolutely crush these guys. But I still want to do the manual because a lot of this is going to be about leveling the snake and actually leveling several of my units in general. There's also the Dominate, and actually the Druid has the Seduce item now too. So I've got Dominate on 2 people. I've got Seduce on 1. I could theoretically, potentially, get 3 of these guys, which would be awesome. Although I kind of don't think I'm going to get that lucky with it. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. If I could stun anybody, that would be awesome. There's a bit too much firepower over here for me to go charging in on that side. So I'm going to back off and have everyone sort of join up together. I can... This person's like by themselves. So I can just take them out alone. In fact, might let the... I'm going to try to let the Earth Elemental get a lot of damage in on this fight too. Alright, so let's back you up. How far can you reach? You technically could reach the snake, so we're going to need to block him with something. I want you to buff the snake, I think. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give Awakened Spirit. Then kind of block off this area. They're going to get isolated. This setup looks good enough, I think. And I want him up here for the Dominate. I'll probably try the Seduce first, and then you can always go for the Dominates after that. That seems like a really terrible place to go. Alright, that guy needs some help up there. Fortunately, that can be easily provided. Alright, so you... Let's try dominating him first. Okay, that's 1. Alright, we're on a clock now. I want you to phase here. And... Okay, double stun, good, good. That will give me an opportunity to try to dominate him. I think I'm going to try to seduce this one, though. I'm going to do another Ice Nova here. That at least breaks his guard. And will give me an opportunity to try to seduce. I sent that item to her since it dropped off the Warlord. Okay, unfortunately no Seduce, which means most likely, since the other one's stunned, I just need to kill this guy. Preferably with the snake if I can manage it. I want these guys to melee it, because they've got a crazy amount of fire resistance, don't they? Yeah, they're 100% fire resistant. And fairly physical resistant, so I'm going to have them take a little bit of a beating here intentionally. Oh, I forgot I could have tried Immolating Touch. That's alright. Let's see. I just want you to not be a problem. And I'm going to beat the living snot out of you. And I'm going to actually let the snake get the kill on the raptor instead. if it can manage it. I think it can. Minimum 15. It's kind of on the line. Maybe I need to do just a poke on. Well, no, he's more likely to kill him. Okay. Well, the raptor's stunned on this turn anyway, so even if the snake doesn't get it, he can still get that level and then get the kill on the next turn. And I kind of need to get these guys out of the way because this guy's going to be unstunned on the next turn, and my druid's going to need to run up there and try to deal with that. You know what? They can't really move, although I kind of do want the XP for the stone giant too, so we'll let him have that. Oh, died from exposure. Oops. Okay, good. They went after the Earth Elemental. That's what I was hoping they would do. I can now do some healing before attempting to dominate because that's the only enemy unit left. So let me do that. Probably, well, the Earth Elemental has regrowth, so at least I think the little ones do. Do they? Or is it just the big ones that... Yeah, I think it's just the big ones. Okay. Actually, I think it's a gold rank reward on the big... No, okay. Well, it's expert on these guys. On the big ones, I think maybe it comes default. And maybe it's tireless at gold rank. I know these guys, when they're fully evolved Earth Elementals, have a combination of tireless and regrowth, which is just an awesome combination. For now, we'll just go ahead and heal them since they don't have regrowth yet. And I'm probably going to want them to continue to be aggressive in the forthcoming battles. As for these guys, I'm going to try to make sure that I get them under my control regardless of what happens. Which means I need a unit that can maybe stun. And actually, I don't think I have any more support units up here that could stun it without killing it. So I'm actually really just going to hope this works, because it might not. She used to have spiders that could grab stuff for her, but they all died. And so did her other snake. She's not very good with her pets. Let's find Dominate, and we'll see. Okay, I got it. So I picked up a couple flyers, which is going to be handy. Help with the mobility of everything. Got a sun disk too. I guess that's cool. We'll send that to Artica, I guess, who is going to continue moving this way with her group. Kind of need you out of the way, bud. All right, and then I think this, I can clear this on the next turn. Yeah, that'll be easy to clear. I could also clear the ancient ruins as I'm coming through here. I'm just trying to make sure the army doesn't have to slow down for anything. I think I'm gonna be very... I think I'm gonna actually focus on roads going from here through here on the next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna have this guy basically pave roads for everybody else because I want these armies to be able to move as fast as they possibly can. Okay, yeah, I got all those items from the dead warlord. He'll be missed, I guess. I think I'm just gonna probably ignore him. Well, I'll click through most of these to make sure they didn't go to anybody else. Okay, inventory. Under spider egg, that's fine. Yeah. He's been anticipating getting that for a while. Alright, speaking of Iggy, we got a battle we can do with him. I haven't saved it in a little while, so just in case I get a crash, let's throw one of those down. And go get some bears. Hopefully actually literally get a bear. Iggy's got charms, so I'm gonna try to pick up another one. And it won't be long. I think on the next turn they'll have an Eldritch Horror to back them up. Which is just always a nice thing to have. Wait, actually, on this turn they have an Eldritch Horror to back them up. That's fantastic. Who's going to get dropped from Iggy's main army, I wonder? Actually, I kind of want this person added to it. So we'll drop the Phantasm Warrior, probably the Phantasm Warrior, and I think the Elf Archer, because the others can move a bit faster. The Mammoth's at least got 32 movement. The Ogre's got 30. Elf Archer's only 28. Well, honestly, I think, man, having the Elf Archer is good, though. I think I would almost rather have them than the Mammoth, just because of the damage output. But Iggy's going to be a really powerful ranged fighter, so I think that that's okay. We can drop the Elf Archer. Besides, the Mammoth needs to stay with Iggy anyway, because the Mammoth just perpetually needs healing, so... And that is a very high-ranked Mammoth. Alright, well now we've got 2 chances to convert. We've got Dominate with the Eldritch Horror, and we got Iggy with his charm capabilities. So let's see what we can get. Units tremble in fear before you. Well, I don't really want to do that. How about we send somebody with plenty of movement over here and see if that changes the dynamics. There we go. Very likely victory. I definitely don't want to let them run because I want bears. And this army just went from barely scraping by to being extremely powerful. Oh, I've got Charm on the Goblin Bard, too. I got 2 shots at one bear, and then I got Dominate for the other one. I think I should be able to walk out of this battle with both of them. I think. Why not soften them up a bit? Wait, Bards count as support units? Huh. I always thought Bards were irregulars. But apparently they count as supports and can therefore inflict stun, which is cool. I didn't know that. Always thought they were irregulars. You know what? You move all the way up. And I can actually use the Eldritch Horror here to clear this all out entirely. Alright, then I'm going to put this guy right here for the stun. See if the bear comes after him. Mostly just need is to let his guard down. And then we got Iggy here, who has absurdly good range attacks now. Watch this. Look at all that. Just dead. Seeker Hood, Fairy Wand, and a Quiver to make up for elements he doesn't have gives Iggy 5 different damage channels. That's an insane amount of range attack power. We'll leave the Ogre here and the Mammoth. Actually, the Mammoth just stays. Iggy's gonna need to do some manual healing on it in this fight. Alright, did not get a stun, unfortunately. Let's see if I can just get lucky with the Dominate right off the bat. Or the Charm. I'll just try the Charm first, since that can be done from over here. Okay, that Shaken effect, I think, just lowers morale. So it doesn't really have an effect on Iggy being able to, or on the, this guy being able to dominate it. Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go for another Charm first. Because if the Charm fails... Yeah, because if the Charm fails, then I definitely can only walk out of here with 1, which means I may as well kill this bear. trying to make sure. Oh, wait. I did make a mistake. I really should have this unit right here to make the charm more likely to succeed. There we go. Got it. Now I just need to protect it. Here's what I can do. How would you like to get free hits in on... Oh, wait. Oh, that's not going to work. Never mind. That's not going to work with sprint. Okay, here's what I'll do. Let's just... Oh, okay, got a stun. And then the Eldritch Horror can come next and try to dominate, but I'll wait until next turn. That'll give Iggy a chance to heal stuff. That'll give the Ice Queen a chance to move into position. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about you. You're just a minor annoyance. Okay, Iggy. I need you to heal your new bear. And I really need this dominate to work. That would be awesome. Cool. I'm losing units, but I'm picking up replacements quite quickly. Fortifying Cup of Tea gives me Cure Disease and some Natural Club. Neither of those really matter to me. I think I'm going to take the gold. I'll sell that for gold. Gold has been a little tight lately. With an army like this is not looking so scary anymore. Unfortunately, I can't mind control any of those guys, which is kind of a bummer, but that's, I still could manage them pretty easily. Let me get you guys down here. The Eldritch Horror can't quite make it in on this one, though. Which is a bit of a disappointment. That's okay. I'll just wait until the next turn, since the Eldritch Horror can't move either way. At least the spawner's gone. That's primarily what I cared about. And then from here, Iggy's army can run directly west. And I think Iggy's army is going to end up charging west underground around the same time my Druid and Sorcerer are charging west on the surface. So whether the rogue is above or underground, I'm hoping to find it. Builder's Hall is done. This is Orc. Yeah, this is Orc City. Let's go ahead and pick up the observatory for the extra research, because that could push me above where I kind of need to be. Although it's unlikely to actually matter. You know what? I'll just do the Siege Workshop, because by that point I'm sure my research is going to be high enough anyway. In fact, it's probably about to be now, because now I can pick up this city, which is going to cost a healthy chunk of gold, so I'm glad I sold those items. They become my vassal. My research is now at 799. Really? Okay. That should have bumped this city up to being fully happy with me again. No, it didn't. Made independent vassal P. Okay, why are they not happy with me? That should have gone up. I made a... Unless these wear off after... They may wear off after a certain amount of time. Made independent city of vassal ×4. That's what I just did with the dragons. Does it not count with dwellings? Maybe it doesn't count with dwellings. Let's try it with this one. We got another... This is a Tigran city here. So I can do that. That does give me over the 800 mark anyway, so that's good. But did that bump up the relationship with the orcs? I don't know. Maybe it maxes out at 4 of them? Because I've just made 2 independent cities vassals, so I don't know why that's not... Oh, wait. I'm looking at the race happiness modifiers. I think I would have to make an orc city a vassal. Maybe? Fall favor with independence. I'm not really sure. That might be, it says race happiness, so that might be specifically the orcs. It looks like the relation modifiers is at plus 300 for made city, independent city of Vassal, but I think that's specific to them, to this particular city. So, I don't know. I kind of thought that would bump it back up, but I guess not. I am, like, just out of money, guys. I can't even afford a freaking barracks here. I can't even afford a shrine. And I could bring them into my empire now, but I can't afford them either. Ice Queen is done. Next in queue is being produced. Should I cancel that Ice Queen? No, I kind of feel like I need to keep making units at this point. This guy's going up here, but I can't really afford to build a road at the moment. Suddenly, I'm really poor. I'm gonna end up producing merchandise in a lot of cities. I mean, I'm making 909 gold per turn, and I'm poor. Doesn't make any sense. Grand Palace is done. You know what? I'm gonna cancel the Sorcerer's Conflicts. That gives me a little back, and then I can do merchandise here. We can worry about the Sorcerer's Conflicts later. I want to keep upgrading the Elf City. Probably with... how much does an Elf Archer cost to make? You know what? We're at 52. Let's go ahead and build the barracks. Then we can see what the base cost of a Longbowman is. We're going to need the barracks anyway, so I may as well do that. City produced wooden wall. Okay, that's... wonderful. I would like to make a stone wall, but, well, it doesn't really matter right now anyway, so, because this hasn't been cleared yet. My druid can get regrowth now, which is something I've kind of wanted for some time, but I also could keep saving and get the Beast Horde spell, which would also be really good. To keep pressure on my enemies and give them something to dispel besides banishing my units. And I'm going to have plenty of mana to cast it. It's kind of the point of using Bolster as well. Which is something Impregnable's been suggesting I do when I start fighting the computers a lot. I think that for her... well, there's going to be a couple things that I'm going to change up here. For one thing, I actually want to switch hats. Because she's going to eventually get the Seeker's Hood. When she does, which is going to arrive in one turn... okay, here's what I want to do. I'm going to have... what type of terrain are they standing on? Dense vegetation. I need somebody with forestry, or floating I think will work. Yeah. We'll move the Eldritch Horror off of that tile briefly. Hildy is... she doesn't have forestry, does she? You know what? I'm making this more complicated than I need to. You're not doing any more fighting on this turn, so send that hat to... oh, she had Curse this whole time. I could have used that to help with conversions. I forgot she had that. Send that hat to Artica. Artica is going to... sorry, you can hear my phone going off. Somebody really wants my attention. They're going to have to wait. Artica is... got the wizard hat there. I'm going to put that on her. This was suggested to me, and I apologize. This is one of those comments that I sort of took mental note of, but didn't actually write it down, and I should have. But it was a good point. Probably a good idea to keep that item with Artica, because even though I'm sort of doubling down on Dispel Magic, which I don't really need to do, it is giving her extra vision range, which when combined with the flying mount that she's been working on hatching, it's going to make it a lot easier for her to figure out where the rogue is. It also gives her night vision, so if these armies need to duck underground for any reason, they can do that with no trouble. And then for Hildy, I think I'll go ahead and put the Seeker Soot on now, because that's going to arrive next turn. And speaking of Hildy, now that she's got that open slot, I've got this Fairy Wand, which is going to her. And this city, I think, has already started production on the Quiver. Okay, that's good. Part of the reason why I had a whole bunch of costs on this turn. Oh, man. This city needs to keep upgrading, too. Let me come back to that in a minute. It'll cycle through asking for... I can't absorb you guys. So, we'll leave it. I'll leave that and let me know when you're ready to talk. But I'm pretty sure they're safe to bring into my empire. Although I kind of want Iggy's army to come back and clear some of that stuff too, but I don't think they can wait any longer. I'm going to have to wait for other stuff to come through here and clear things for those orcs, but Iggy's army has to start going west now. It's less likely I'm going to run into people underground, so they should probably get a head start on the armies that are above ground if I want to try to time this all out quite right. Fairy Wand is done. Okay, good news there. Next in queue is a hospital. This city doesn't really need a hospital right now. I think I'm going to cancel that and put them on merchandise for a turn and let this city actually build stuff. Preferably like a siege workshop, anything to boost their production, because this is the city that I need in the long run to be making Ice Queens. This is also a city that in the long run needs a Yeti to come back to it and help. You know what? Let me split this guy off and have him go back and do that. I've got another Yeti up here that'll kind of be coming down this way anyway, so speaking of which, I can clear that bandit camp now. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I need to get these guys out of here before somebody spots them. Alright, you go on in. Probable victory. I think I can cheese this, though. Bandit camps are normally pretty easily cheesable. The only problem is the only range unit I have to cheese it with doesn't have anyone to heal her. But she could still stun stuff, so I think I'll be okay. Now, if he moves there, he'll be able to shoot down just a bit. Alright. Let's move like this. And get him into the little bandit camp death zone there. Okay, I'm gonna have to lure him there with probably the Yeti. Leave this guy there, here. Okay, then just simply move the Yeti out, move her in, and stunned. And the rest should be pretty simple. Somebody will move in and shoot her. Probably should have somebody sort of guarding her flank, but because I don't want the assassin to run out if there is an assassin in here. Oh wait, scoundrel, 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 and scoundrel. There are no assassins in this camp. That makes things a bit easier. See ya. All you really need is one halfway decent range unit. Of course she's bleeding now, so probably need to maybe back her off before long. But at this point, the rest can handle it just fine. We'll do one more, and then at this point I'm going to move units up to guard her, just in case they come running out. Since she is bleeding and losing a bit of extra health now. Hey, lucky me. Alright. We're gonna just phase you back here. Knock, knock. I believe everybody in here is gold rank, so I'll just give a little extra XP to the Node Serpent. Why not? Alright, that's one less spawner I have to worry about. I say that, and then there's... Do I want a charger for 7 now? Right now, I really need gold. I say that, and then there's more monsters on the horizon, which apparently have come from probably that haunted boneyard up there. Actually, if that's the case, I mean, there's a cave entrance there, so I don't know for sure. They could have come from underground. But if they did come from up here, that's probably about as far as they can go. In either case, I'm not going that way, so we're falling back. I don't mind the trail of snow I'm leaving through everything. I'll almost have a full ring of snow around this whole area. Okay. Now I can produce apprentices every turn again, with those guys out of the way. My dwarf can get back to doing what he does best, which is making me money. And I will just let that city continue making those apprentices for a little while. I'm gonna, of course, want more stuff down here, more buildings and whatnot. But for now, I'm okay with getting at least a handful of apprentices to sort of defend. Maybe one more. Maybe just one more for now, and then start working on the Grand Palace down here. Again, like I've said so many times, just want all the casting points. Public baths would be good. And yeah, I'll go ahead and get the public baths next. City grows in 5 turns. Public baths cost 150. Maybe it would be best to let the city grow first, because then I could build the public baths a little faster. I could get the shrine, which I'm going to need regardless. So, you know what? Let's just keep making apprentices for a while. We'll make 4 more, which will give me a full stack of 6. And then we'll make the shrine after that, and then the public baths after that. And by that point, I think the city should be good enough to do the public baths in 1 turn. Reaching that 125 mark, okay. Or the 150 mark. Festival of Magic, okay, that's great. A little bit of mana. I'll be sure to spend it all immediately. I don't think I'm going to do anything with this city. I may build a Sorcerer's Conflux. Oh wait, no, I was thinking, well, the Mana Vault. Like, the Sorcerer buildings that increase mana cap. But for now, with housing being tight like it is, I think I already have it on Infinite Produce Merchandise, and I'm probably going to leave it that way. I don't think that city is going to be worth expending all those upgrades into. Not when gold is as tight as it is. I'll worry about... I've got items queued up for a while. I'll review the item lists in the next episode. The next set of episodes, I think. For now, this is fine. We'll just let it keep working through that. And goblins grew into a city here, so that's good. Settler is almost done, and then I'll have 1 more coming afterwards. Zari, I'll be getting back hopefully on the next turn. Depends on how much... I wish I could see exactly how much of this I have cast. I can open my spell book and maybe look. Currently casting 80 per turn. Okay, I'm at 545 out of 660, and I have 111 left. So I'm only just barely going to get it next turn, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it is. At least I'm getting it on the next turn, which will help with casting everything else to come after it. Now, Resurrect Hero resurrects the caster's last fallen hero with full health at target location. So it's going to give me the warrior first. And now Resurrect Hero is only going to cast 40, so I can get the warrior and Zari back on the turn after this. I'm also going to need to fortify Age of Magic, though. But I think I want my heroes back first. So let's close that. We'll let that finish. The sorcery is done. So I'm now at a point where I can start to see... I can see the end of the book here. I actually could a little while ago, but my sorcery is more or less maxed out. Let's go ahead and get Summon Archangel done. I know I'm going to want that. And a lot of these are divisible by 800, so any improvements to... Yeah, there is no reason for me to improve research beyond this point. I should never do anything at this point that boosts research unless I think I can get a whole bunch of spells all at once. Chaos Rift may be the one exception. But even then, it's unlikely to make a difference because I'd have to get all the way up to 1,000. So for now, Summon Archangel is fine. Domain Invasion over here. And don't know. Oh wait, that was the Feathered Serpent and other units that came in after me. I can at least pop underground with this eagle now. We'll see what's down here. Get that spot marked. But he's gonna go back above ground and go across the water to look for more cities up north. At least I can see some land over there. Do I want to bother building a road here? You know what? I guess I will. I feel like it's a little waste of money, but at least that sort of connects everything nicely. And then I guess this guy, well, I've already got a builder over there. Probably need one to go underground. In fact, I think I had intentions to do that some time ago, and then things got distracted. So I'm going to send this one down towards this cave entrance here. That way he can start making roads or forts or whatever else I might need down in this area. Okay. It'll be a little while before I can ally myself with dragons, but I'll definitely do that as soon as I can. And I'm going to meet another city here, which is good. Hopefully it's negotiate free open borders and peace. All right. Wish the monkeys had night vision. Well, I guess the monkeys can go west and the boars can go east. Let me check something. Did making peace with those vassals perhaps boost my relationship? Nope. They are firmly stuck at 595, which is super annoying, but what are you gonna do? Let me check again to see how long. 8 turns left. That really wasn't worth it. Well, it might be worth it, because I am gonna... I'm gonna click let me know when you're ready to talk, because by the time 3 turns passes, I should have already absorbed them, and if I haven't, I'm gonna want the reminder. But this is the only, because there's other 2 structures up here. They're too far away to matter for this orc city. In fact, this one might be too far away to matter for this human city. Wait, as a matter of fact, I think actually I can absorb this human city now. I think. Oh yeah, the human city is more than far enough away, and there's nothing around it that threatens it. I actually could have safely absorbed the human city a while ago. I was just assuming there was more stuff in the area, but now the wisp has gone through here. They should be safe, so I can absorb them. The only problem is I can't really, even if I do absorb them, I can't do anything with them because I won't have the money to do anything with them. So I think I'm actually going to still let them sit for now, because I still need to get units out there to clear stuff and all that. Well, anyway, it's good to know that they're more or less ready to go. Now, the next human city that I build is going to be probably in this mountain pass here. And that one is going to need some extra protection. In fact, that's somewhere that if I can get an extra builder, that builder could go to build the fort and get that spot ready for a new human city. Maybe that's what that builder should do instead of going underground. There's always a distraction, you know? They're good there. And these guys can let me know when they're ready to talk, because the next offer will be about being a vassal. Okay, so Abaras. And these guys, I probably don't, yeah, there's something there, so that I won't be able to clear for a while. So I'm actually going to uncheck let me know when you're ready to talk for them. And the dragons, I think the dragons are safe, which is very, very good. Oh wait, no, they're not. There's that there. Okay, that's a problem. I think I'm good. What I'm going to do with Iggy's army is I'm going to form them into a very good group of 6, and then send the extras up here to clear this for the Dragon City, because I don't want to be sitting on this Dragon City not doing anything with it. I really need to be accomplishing some goal with them. Building them up towards fire dragons and spirit dragons, most likely. Possibly the cold ones, too. We'll see. And we'll just bring her as sort of extra backup for that group. In fact, we're more or less on the warpath now. I am hoping to have a few more turns before I meet the computers to get summons done. Archangels and Eldritch Horrors. But for the most part, I think I'm more or less on the warpath. Let me, you know what? I may as well build this city here, actually. Because then it will get the production stuff in it right away, and the extra growth, so. Okay, that works. Alright, we're getting quite a bit forward. This is roughly the halfway point of the map where this guy's at. So he's getting pretty far back there. At this point, I'm starting to expect to meet or have the computer spot me at pretty much any time, so we'll see what happens. There are so many spawners underground. I really want to meet that city. Okay, good, I got it. If that's all I get out of this warg, it'll be worth it, because that's another peace treaty. And then I can say, let me know when you're ready to talk. A lot of Tigrans underground. And they like barons, so I don't feel bad digging all this out. Do I have enough to grab another firstborn down here? Or another building to upgrade closer to... And I think I'm going to upgrade more towards the Grand Palace. Let's get the temple, because the mana's handy. Army requires your... Okay, that's my builder. And I'm going to... Oh yeah, he was going to go get the city prepared, the city spot. Alright, how are you guys doing? Did they manage to patch up all the way? 69 out of 72 is close enough. So they're going to start heading back. Because these guys have to go quite a ways, and Zari will be back by this point. So... Actually, kind of don't want him to go too far, because Zari needs her item back. Alright. Send you here. We'll bring the flyers with, and we'll have basically 2 stacks, I think, because that's all I'm going to be able to fit in some of these tighter spaces. I'll have you, and actually you would be a good fit for either army, actually, but I think better fit for this guy's. So we'll drop the snake from that group and add you to the Ghoul's army so he can keep you healed. To the Necro army. I'll throw the Golden Wyvern in here. Get the Nymph for some conversions, some extra conversions. An Apprentice for more freezes. And I actually... Let's see, can I get... Once I punch through that farm, that'll open up all this digging that my Goblin can do. So he should go down there. And the others I think I'm going to have hang around here as like little extras. Just little extra cannon fodder for Zari's group when she comes back. These guys should be good enough on their own. How much further can you move? Okay, I can at least get this battle in on this turn. It's a couple knights, but... Oh man, now I wish that... Now I want the guys with conversion to be down there. I could always ghoul curse them, but I would rather just convert them. Maybe I'll come back here later. The timing of this might all work out to where when they're on their way back... Yeah, because I think I'm going to want them and Zari to go north and then west, because there's more structures that need cleared there. So I think these guys are going to end up coming back through here eventually. So on their way back, I think hopefully by then Zari will have cleared this, and I can bring in the evangelists. Yeah, I think that'll all work out. I don't think I could summon heroes near a fort, unfortunately. That would be handy. But I do have that settler coming soon, so we'll see. Alright, we'll leave the mammoth where he is at. Actually, the mammoth should go in with my heroes stack, because it could get some healing that it needs. The mammoths always need healing. These guys can go here, and we're just gonna crush those animals, which will allow me to absorb this city formally. Where do I want this guy to go? Seems like I was sending him up more in this direction to help them, but I think he's... Wait, which one did it just ask me? Oh. Why is it asking me? Oh, because he can move backwards one space to get on the road. Okay, well, I don't want to do that. These guys should be good to go after that monster den, I think, at this point. So he's going to go down to help the army that I perceive to be a bit weaker. Okay, well, let me know when you're ready to talk. Get rid of those. And we got one more Phantasm Warrior here. Okay. He is gonna, just for now, chill here. We just kind of got a mess of units here, but they'll be organized eventually. You guys can camp there for the time being, and then I guess it's time to go to the next turn. Yep. Let me do a bit more terraforming. We're getting another 917 mana in on the next turn, so we may as well make sure we're putting all of the mana we have to good use. So open spellbook and start off with fertilizing more land around these giant frostling cities. And I'm pretty sure there's more up here that I can get. No, I actually did get all that for that city. In fact, I think this one is done. Yep. It's as much fertilized land as I can get. I can get some more around my capital, because it grew a bit recently. Then after that, let's see, that's all barrens for the Draconians. There is a little bit there I could get. Could go to open spellbook and sow salt, so we can convert that to barrens. This Frostling city needs to grow again. Okay, that'll happen on the next turn. The fort doesn't matter, the Naga don't really matter, the elves, I've already given them some extra forests. I think I can start branching out into vassal cities now more. Orcs have all their barrens, and they've got as much fertile land as they can have. So yeah, let me do fertile land out here. Fertilized land. And we'll turn a bunch of these forests to clear a space for units to move faster if they need to. I'm still at 308. I can clear out some more here. The elves are going to want forests, but I'm not going to put any there yet because I'm going to have units that need to navigate through that area, and I don't want to slow them down. Halflings like fertile land. So, again, clearing out more forests to make it easier for my units to move. That's a weird... Why is there a forest there? Well, I'm going to fertilize that. And we're down to 140. I should probably hang on to the rest of my spell casting. So we'll go to the next turn in the next episode. I think this is about an hour, so I'm going to stop it here, guys. Let me do another save. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on right now. A lot of this lately, it seems like this episode has been largely me like trying to chase down and kill all these hostile unit spawners. But it is going to pave the way for me to really grow and expand, which is something that I've needed to do for a while. It's part of the thing about playing Keeper of the Peace is when you're running around making peace with all these vassals by just scouting them out, you don't actually have a way to really absorb them. But it's still great for your economy. I mean, 933 gold per turn is still pretty dang good. It's going to be a lot better once I have all my cities upgraded and have grand palaces everywhere giving me tons of casting points. But yeah, and I do get Age of Magic on the next turn. In fact, that gives me 50 bonus casting points as soon as it's done. So I might actually have enough. I think I will have enough to at least get my Warlord back on the next turn, which will be handy. These guys have already done pretty much what I needed them to do, so I think the Warlord I may have help out some of these guys down here possibly. We'll see. We'll see on the next episode. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're having fun enjoying the episodes. There'll be one more this week that I'll be recording right after this. And aside from that, hope to see you guys all in the next episode. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Sarah Feingold, Spanglefan, Tarsak, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.